All right, peace and blessings to the fam out there. Shalom, guys. Peace and wisdom. Shabar Israel coming at you with another quick video on today. Guys, I received the revelation earlier while at work today, and I thought that I should share it with you guys. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. But yeah, Shabar Israel on the behalf of Solid Foundation Israelite Academy. We believe, according to the prophetic scriptures of the Bibles, that the blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true people of the Most High God. So we believe that blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans are the appointed people, the chosen people of the Most High God, better yet known as the Israelites. This is what we teach. This is what we preach. This is what we push to our people in these communities. But I want to talk about the light, because like I stated earlier at work, I received this revelation as I began to observe nature. I began to look around and see the plants, the greenery. I began to just look around, and something spoke to me inwardly and told me about the light, and told me about the distinction between light and darkness. So, guys, and that light that I'm talking about is the sunlight. Now, I'm going to use the sun for reference. So let me pan the camera up right quick so you can see right there. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I may need to flip it around. So I don't know if you can see that real good, but you can see the sun. You see the sun in the sky? The sun is kicking today. It's very illuminated. It's very bright, man. It's a good day today, guys. The sun is out. Great climate. But yeah, the sun gives light to the earth. Now, guys, we're gonna talk about the differentiation between the sun and the darkness. So when you look at the sun, you can see that it's illuminating, and it shines upon the earth, and it also heats the earth up. But I don't know if you ever noticed this. If you are standing in front of the sun, guys, that means you will not be able to see your shadow. So if you're standing in front of the sun, you will not be able to see your shadow. However, so where will your shadow be located? Guys, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm trying to show you. You see my shadow? Let's see if you can see it. My shadow is in the back of me, guys. You see my shadow is in the back of me. Now, ask yourself, why is my shadow, you can see that, why is my shadow in the back of me? Because, guys, it's like, long as the sun, long as the light is before you, then it shows that there is no way possible that you can stumble. Long as the light is set before you, there is no way you can stumble in darkness. But when you turn your back on the light, when you turn from the light, now I'm going to turn from the light. I'm going to face the opposite direction. Now, like I stated, guys, I'm standing in front of the sun. As you can see, I'm standing directly in front of the sun. Now, what happens when you turn your back on the light? So I'm going to turn around, guys. So when I turn around, I want you guys to see, when I turn around, let me get out the road right quick, and then we will get back to the project. Okay, so what happens when I turn from the sun? Watch this, guys. When I turn from the sun, you will notice a shadow. This is my back. My back is facing towards the sun. So I turn my back on the light. So when I turn my back on the light, I can see darkness. which better yet known as the silhouette or shadow. So you can clearly see the shadow, right? You cannot see your shadow long as you walk before the light. Your shadow is never in the front of you. You can do this on your free time. You can experiment this and discover this for yourselves. Your shadow is never in the front of you. Anytime the sun is out, you stand right in front of the sun. Your shadow is always in the back of you. Why is that? You see that? So your shadow is always in the back of you. You know why? Because gloom opposes light and lightness opposes darkness. So when you walk before the light, guys, long as you are walking before the light, long as the light is in your life, long as you are letting the light shine upon you, there is no way you can fellowship with darkness. But what happens when you turn your back on the light? When you turn your back on the light, you can clearly see the shadow right here. Just try this outside on your free time. Just turn your back against the sun, and you will see a shadow, because it lets you know that you have turned from the light and you are in the state of darkness. You are in darkness and gloominess, and you have turned from the light. And so in order to get out this light, in order to get out this state of darkness and this confusion, you must return back to the light. You must face the light. So I thought that was very unique, guys, on today, because I was like, why is it that your shadow is always in the back of you when light is in the front of you? Because light opposes darkness, you see. Now, guys, that's not all. I need to go into the scriptures right quick. That's not all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the scriptures right quick. Now, you can read, and I believe I wrote down a couple verses referring to the light. 1 John 5 and 9. So we'll read 1 John 5 and 9. So I'm going to go into the scriptures. I'm going into the Holy Bible. You can see. Okay, guys. King James Holy Bible. I just customized it. I'm going to get 1 John 5 and 9, right? So hold on, if you will. All right, guys. Sorry for that, but we're back. This is 1 John 5 and 9. It says, if we receive the witness of man, the witness of God is greater, for this is the witness of God which he hath testified of his Son. Let's grab about, it says God is light, I believe. If I pulled the right verse, guys, let me check that again. Sorry for the procrastination of time, but let me check that again. I think I pulled the wrong verse, guys. But in 1 John, it mentions about God is light, man. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time. I wanted to get that verse, but it's kind of hard for me to go into my Bible and hold the phone steady at the same time. So yeah, guys, I believe that's the right verse, man, because I wanted to give you guys so many book, chapter, and verses in reference to the light, man. I wanted to do that, but it looks like it's kind of hard for me because I don't have a tripod, and you know, it's very difficult. I believe in 1 John 5 and 9 it says God is light, and in him there's no darkness at all. Roughly paraphrasing, I believe that. So guys, yeah, if you ever wonder why your shadow is in the back of you, because God is light. And when you're facing the light, that means you're on the right path. But when you turn your back on the light, you create a shadow. And so a shadow is always in the back of you because it represents the lower self. The shadow represents the lower self. The light represents the higher self, because in actuality, we are light beings, guys. We are light beings. In actuality, we are light beings. And so when you turn your back on the light, which is the sun, automatically it shows that you are vibrating very low, you're on a negative level, and you are in a state of darkness and gloominess. So I hope that was words of wisdom to you guys. You probably knew about it already, but yeah. Also, Ecclesiastics in the Bible, chapter 2, verse 13, it tells you that light is better than darkness. All right. Yeah, guys. And also, you remember that story? Because I'm gonna say this and close out. You know about that story in the Bible about the story of Lot and his family. I believe this is located somewhere in the book of Genesis. The Most High tells Lot and his family to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah, because Sodom and Gomorrah was Hamitic cities. I believe it was like 5 cities total. Sodom and Gomorrah. A lot of filth, abomination, transgression was going on in those cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. A lot of off the wall stuff was being carried out, and the Most High tells Lot to flee from those cities. Now, one thing he said in the scriptures, because I'm roughly paraphrasing it, you can find this somewhere located in the book of Genesis. He tells Lot and his family. He says he wanted Lot and his family to flee out of those wicked cities. He said, and he told Lot, he said, and in the midst of your fleeing, he said, while you are running, he said, don't look back. That's what he tells Lot. He tells Lot, I believe he tells his whole entire family. The Most High tells Lot and his family not to look back. So we know the outcome. We know the aftermath. Lot's wife, she looks back and she gets turned into a pillar of salt. I just thought about using that in reference to the sun as well, because like I said, long as you got the sunlight in front of you, I mean, pretty much you well off. You got the sunlight in front of you. You know, you can see. You know, you in the right place to be when the light source is in the front of you. But when you look back, like Lot's wife did, when you look back, you know, you create that detriment state, which is darkness. So yeah, guys, just remember, when the sun is out, you can do this on your free time. Just stand in front of the sun. Find where the sun is located in the sky. Stand in front of the sun, guys, and you will not see a shadow. You can only see your shadow when you turn your back on the sun. You know, when you turn your back on the light, as you can see in the back of me. Shadows are always in the back of a person when they are facing the source of light. So yeah, guys, just like the book of Jude, it tells you about the angels that did not keep their first estate, but they left their first estate, and as a result, they were chained in darkness. That's talking about us, how we receive these corruptible bodies, becoming incarcerated, and the body just lets you know that these are chains of darkness, that we as light beings, as angelic beings, we were angelic beings in the beginning, but when we turned our backs on the light, what you see in the back of me, you see a shadow, guys. Everything you see, you can put it in the light, and in the back it would create a shadow. So we were light beings in the beginning. We was interdimensional beings. We was spiritual celestial beings. But when we choose to depart from the light source, we created we created these chains of darkness. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a hell of a revelation to me today, that was revealed just by me out in the sun, enjoying the sun and looking up at the sun. I received that revelation to share with you guys. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Solid Foundation Israelite Academy. You can also follow me on Facebook, guys, as well as Twitter, and that's Shabar Judah. So please support the movement. Peace to the fam. I'm glad you can tune in, guys. Thank you for your time. Share the video with others. And until now, we want to say peace and blessings be upon you all. Shalom.